All right, welcome back. It's G-Man, My World 67. And sorry about that, once again here at my desk. And we're getting ready to, I've already started work on these William Crooks-Tenders, the tails of Wells Fargo. I've torn them apart and I've got the two tender shells here, and I'm going to wash them. But I started taking the wheels off. As you can see, you saw, I'm sure in the previous video, these wheels are really rusty. And I'm going to take all of these. I've already put some in this container. But I'm going to take all the rusty wheels, the really bad rusted wheels and axles, and I've decided to put them all in this container. That one's not that bad. And the better ones that are not rusted hardly at all, I'm going to put back in this Yoplait container. And the reason for that is because these ones which are badly rusted are going to take longer to clean than the other ones. I'm also going to put the chassis. You see how bad that chassis is. Now the whole chassis isn't that way, it's just the flanges. Now I could go through, but I don't have a wire brush attachment for my Dremel anymore. I've got to buy a new one, a wire brush wheel. And this side's not that bad. So these were laying down more than likely like that in the water. Although the car doesn't show a great evidence of that itself, but it's a plastic car. Now sometimes they'll stain and sometimes they won't, but we're going to take it in the whole chassis and we're going to put it down in this container also. We're going to take this other chassis and it's not too bad. I think those will be all right in the shorter bath. When I get done with these, I'm going to take some apple cider vinegar, of course, and I'm going to put in both containers. Now this one's not real bad. It's not near as bad as the other one. But it does have some rust. So we're going to go ahead and set it in here also. Get out our apple cider vinegar, or our white vinegar, I'm sorry. I use apple cider sometimes. And I'm only going to put enough in there to where it comes just to the top of the trucks. Now, this car, I've already started straightening it out. Now, I would that I had a smooth jaw plier, but I don't. So what I've done is, to bend these ends up on there, I have taken a piece of napkin or paper towel, folded it over, set it in place, got hold of it, bent it up, and checked it. Now these were bent down pretty low, and actually they came out pretty good. This one's got a slight crease in it. And there's not a whole lot we can do about that. This one came out pretty good. It's got a little crease in it, but it's not that bad. Now all of these, this particular car still has both plugs in it from the original smokestacks. We're going to leave those in for now. The wheels on this car are dirty, but the axles and everything, just very little light rust on one wheel, are still good. And so we're going to leave this car in its entirety, just like it is. And we're going to put it down in my big vinegar bucket. This is the one I use to actually wash the track in. And if I have something other that's really bad rusted that I need to clean, like an engine shell or something that I'm taking all the paint off of or stripping, I use it for that also. Now, what I'm looking at mainly right now is the chassis and the wheels. The graphics on all these cars seem to be pretty good, actually. It's the roofs that was messed up on them. This is another roof that has been, before I got it, somebody tried to straighten it out, and they got it fairly well straight, but it left a little damage in it. It's not that noticeable, but it's noticeable enough. There, that's better. Got some of it pressed out. That's the good thing about this lightweight tin. Little problem right there. I just want to take the time to straighten these out now before we clean them up, so we can really see what's going on. And that one's bent in the wrong place. This is bent down. Now we got it. Oh, it's still too low. This roof had been bent out and then twisted. So it's going to be hard. To get that edge back where it's supposed to be. We'll take a pair of needle nose. We'll put it on the line. Line it up with the roof, the hip of the roof. And then we'll take these pliers and bend that down. That put the correct bend back in it. Lines up perfectly with the other one. Now we're looking 100% better. They will never be perfect again. This is missing the stacks, both stacks. And again, the wheels, the frames, side frames are not that bad on there. They're just dirty. So we'll put it down in the bucket. Now, these on the other hand, as you can see, sitting in water. And so what we're going to do with these, we move these wheels over. There we go. Get them in under the chassis. Might not be long enough. So I might have to put them in here. So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and put them in with this for now. Now what I might have to do, I've got two of these that's like that. So I may have to just bring these over here for now. And set these in here. They're the same height. They look like they might be just a little bit taller. Might have to put just a little more vinegar in there. This one's the same way. Totally rusted. Now I can change these trucks out, and I may have to. If I do, I will. But we're going to try to see if we can't clean them up with the vinegar. Now this is a straight vinegar solution. What I don't want to do necessarily is get it onto the paint, to whereas the paint, it will just sit, because it will eventually eat the paint. And as I said, the paint on these cars is pretty good. So I really don't want to damage the paint on the cars. Let's see if we can pour a little more of this down in there very carefully. Matter of fact, I'm going to take that car out. Just enough. Put a little more down on this side. Now, fortunately, I've been saving these. You get my wife and I will buy cookies periodically at the grocery store, and when you do, you get these containers. And so I saved a few of them. Because I'm always working on trains or always working on something else, and I need something to put the parts in sometimes. These make great little parts bins while you're working or after you get done. Now, since we've got those wheels in the vinegar over there, and we've got another tub started just for these, and these are bad with the exception of this one, and this, you can already see that the vinegar has already started to work. We're going to go ahead and do a one-shot drop and put all the wheels in one place. And again, we'll pour some more vinegar. And we had just enough vinegar to do what we needed to do.